Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. And I really want you to peep game with Anthony Joshua. Now, Anthony Joshua, after his press conference, was very hesitant when questioned about Deontay Wilder. Now, all of a sudden, a few days later, he's saying he won undisputed. Well, he could have been went for undisputed. He's made no attempt to try to set up a fight with Deontay Wilder. When a fight was presented to him, he ran the other direction. And then, you know, Eddie Hearn is funny with how Eddie Hearn loves to ticket watch, gate watch, and pocket watch other promotional companies or what some fighter is selling. But then when you ask him, well, what were the streaming numbers for this fight? Then all of a sudden he get quiet. So, you know, at the end of the day, I went to the Deontay Wilder fight. It was, you know, it was a decent amount of people there. But Eddie Hearn disputes that the fight did 300,000. He said it did 100,000. And it's funny when you question Eddie's numbers, then all of a sudden, then he gets mad. You know, Anthony Joshua, a lot of people don't know that Matchroom was, you know, buying some of his tickets. Which I guess they made it illegal out there to do that now or something about the whole so-called ticket scalping stuff and rebuying tickets and making it look like a ticket sales are more than what they really is. But that, you know, that happens a lot in boxing. That's one of boxing's biggest tricks. But the thing is with AJ, what irks a lot of people about him, he is the master of pump faking. Now all of a sudden that Deontay Wilder already has a fight in the works, already signed, whatever you want to call it. Now all of a sudden he talked about he want to fight Deontay Wilder. Oh, I want undisputed. Well, why didn't you say, well, you know what? I'm going to take a tune-up fight and then I'm going to fight Deontay Wilder. Now he says he's going to give you that song and dance about, hey, I have to do my mandatories. I got to fight Public, whatever his name is. Then I'll possibly have to fight Uslik. So therefore, I can't do the Deontay Wilder fight because I have mandatory title defenses. But however, we all know this. This is just real talk. We all know this, man. Unifications always trump title defenses. If he says, you know what, I'm ready to go for undisputed, I'm going to fight Deontay Wilder, let's get it cracking. Then the mandatories get pushed to the side. So I'm asking you guys to just don't fall for that. Now we know Anthony Joshua's fanboys they're gonna make every excuse in the book. And before you say Wilder turned down $100 million, once again, Anthony Joshua was not guaranteed in the contract. They did not guarantee him Anthony Joshua, which Deontay Wilder said that, and then it was later admitted by Eddie Hearn and the people at DAZN. So that's fact. But people, you know, you got to understand with this, people pick and choose what they want to hear because they want to come with their weak talking points and try to rebuttal and all this type of stuff. Anthony Joshua, when he turned down the $50 million, that was pretty much, that was what he asked for too. He said, give me $50 million and we can make the fight. Anthony Joshua has just proved that he is not interested in fighting Deontay Wilder. And like I said, he's going to push this fight off for as long as possible, if, you know, ever. Which means he has no intentions probably of ever fighting Deontay Wilder. And like I said before, most of us do not want to try to wait 3, 4, 5 years from now to try to get this fight. Because at the end of the day, this fight is going to lose its luster. It's still hot right now. But at the end of the day, it just come down to, a lot of people just don't want to hear this stuff. It just come down to just narrative controlling, and it come down to simple greed at times, where you just got these dudes that just don't want to work together. They want these companies need to learn how to find a way to where they could get these fights made where it's financially feasible to both parties involved, which it can be done. But you got one group of people like, hey man, nah, it got to be here, it can't be there, you know. So that's the problem. That's one of the issues that I have with people signing exclusive deals, because then you get this type of stuff. So nevertheless, Anthony Joshua is pulling a Manny Pacquiao. And we all know what Manny Pacquiao was known for doing. Manny Pacquiao would call out Floyd only when Floyd would already sign to fight another fighter. Then all of a sudden they want to fight. Floyd Mayweather pushed back his jail sentence to where he could fight Manny Pacquiao. And Manny Pacquiao chose not to take the fight. And Floyd ended up fighting Miguel Cotto. He said, okay, let's make the fight. And this went on for years. I don't want to see another, like I said, a 6-year negotiation. It took 6 years or 5.5 years to get Floyd and Manny Pacquiao in the ring. Okay? Far too long. 6 years. So basically we in year 2 with Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. Okay? So we don't want to do this. We don't want to wait this long. We don't want to wait for real. We don't want to have to wait an additional 3 more years for the fight to finally get made, because it's not going to have the interest, and no telling what could happen. You know, no telling what could happen. So we would like to try to get this fight sometime in 2020, but it doesn't seem like that's going to happen. Because like I said, I peep Anthony Joshua's game, and it is very predictable and lame, and he's doing the same thing that Manny Pacquiao was doing. And he'll do it again. He's going to disappear as soon as Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder is over. He's not going to be nowhere to be found. You ain't going to hear a peep from him. And then when Deontay Wilder signs to fight somebody else, then Anthony Joshua will say, oh, he wants Wilder. So I'm just telling you guys, don't take the bait. That's what's going on. Anyway, this your boy Town Biz. I'm out.